I'm just going through some purgatory right now. Like, I'm living in this apartment, and then I'm gonna have to be moving out of this room. I'll have to be moving out to the UK after this. And I've been meaning to go to the UK for a long time, but it's also like, it's just about like actually finally get to make the life that I want to make. Everything really does come down to authenticity, but it's also not that easy to just explain it, because like, I don't know if you people have like heard of things like this, but like somebody says be confident in yourself, or just just do it, let it go, just believe in yourself, love yourself first, and like those are correct things. You should love yourself, you should believe in yourself, you should have confidence in yourself, but none of that is helpful if you don't know why. If you don't know why you don't have confidence in yourself. Okay, the advice really shouldn't be just have confidence. The advice should be, why don't you have confidence? Most of the time, it's because we have an expectation, we have a demand. And because we're mainly taught to be transactional, we're scared because like we want the transaction. So take like asking a girl out on a date, okay? Like it's high school, or you have a crush in high school, okay? Like you're gonna ask this crush, you want to go out with this crush, like you want to be boyfriend girlfriend with this crush, and you want to go on a date, or you at least want to ask him out. But that's the thing, is that like you're scared to ask him out. You're scared to basically ask him out on a date. Why? Because you're afraid they would say no. So you don't have confidence. But why is it that why are you afraid that they will say no? What's wrong with rejection? Well, that's the thing, is that like, if they say no, then all the dreams of like, long walks on the beach, going down like having a nice like dinner or whatever like that, kisses and like cuddles and stuff like that, all this like stuff that you imagine in your head is completely like just given up by that no. All of that is killed by that no. And you need to let go of that imagination. I'm not trying to say imagination is a bad thing. It's not. Imagination is a great thing. But the problem with having crushes is that when we're like, you look at this person and they pick your brain at some point. Like, your brain gets curious. There's something that your brain, your shadow kind of like, resonates with, identifies with, and you start imagining like things that you like about this person, doing romantic things with this person, loving this person. But you never stop to think about, well, what do they think? What do they want? What do they love? You never actually stop and think, well, like, what's in it for them? And so, you need to understand that, like, you can't be transactional. You gotta be natural, and you gotta let people just have fun and make their own decisions, and like actually be happy when people are just simply happy. Like, I think if you genuinely love somebody, you would just mainly care about that. You wouldn't just simply worry about whether or not you can be with them. You would mainly worry about that they're just doing okay, that they're fine, that they're they're doing well. But if we really want to have confidence, like having actual love for people, actual compassionate love, where you genuinely care more about the well-being of others rather than your needs being fulfilled by them, then you would have an easier time with the rejection. You would be invincible at that point, because you would be okay with rejection. Rejection doesn't matter to you because you're not really talking about your own needs. You're not really talking about what you want. And so that's the thing, is that the moment you let that go, asking out someone on a date becomes easier because you don't care whether or not you get a yes or a no. At this point, you should only really care about the action. I'm like, what if I just ask out my crush just for the sake of asking out my crush? Do this. If you have a crush, ask them out and honor yourself for actually asking them out. Because here's the thing, as much as you want to basically beat yourself up for like being lonely, if you ask your crush out and they say no, you're still better. If not, you are technically better than an incel. You are better than the guy that stays indoors and plays World of Warcraft. You're better than the guy that hates women. You're better than you're better than your date. You're better than the guy that doesn't. You're better than a million of other guys that can't speak to women. And same thing, I mean, if you're a woman, like, you're non-binary, like, you're better than any other person that is too shy to just even ask. So even when you get the rejection, you gotta keep in mind, you're already a more confident, better person for just even asking. So I think that's the big helpful thing, is that you need to rethink your goals and kind of focus on just simply just accomplishing it. Just ask somebody just for the sake of asking them out. Don't ask them out just so that you can actually get a one-night stand with them. The type of love that I've been craving is ludus. Ludus is basically the Greek love of play. You know, playful love, flirty but playful love. And the reason why is because I want to go on dates, but I don't want to just simply, I just simply want to have fun with dates. Because at the end of the day, like, every relationship does eventually end. Whether it's through a messy breakup, whether it's through like them cheating on you, losing feelings for you, or disappearing or dying, relationships eventually end. But new relationships form too, and that's the thing, is that like it's just this circle of life of just relationship after relationship. It's not like having non-commitment issues, it's just the reality of most relationships, just throughout existence. I wouldn't just say life, just throughout existence. And so the answer to this is that you just have fun, and I just want to go on dates and just have fun. I don't want to go on a date. It's really nice to go on a date and not worry if this person is going to be your next partner, if this is going to be your soulmate, if this is going to be the person that walks down the aisle for you. It's just nice not to worry about that. It's just nice not to even like think about, you know, if you say something or do something that prevents that official relationship that you want. It's just nice to go in without any expectations and just have fun. So, I don't know, my arms are animating, but yeah, like, you're getting dating advice from a cat. Can you even, like, hold up, let me go over here. Yeah. Alright. Let me see. Yeah, I like, yeah, is this better? I've been talking this way. I've been talking far away from you. Like, I've been talking to you like this. But really, you're right there. I want to check out this nice view. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's nice. Make this look cool. And then let me do this. But yeah. And also another tip, don't take your relationship with your family for granted. Don't take your other relationships for granted. It's very easy to do that, and in some ways, you might end up doing it anyways. because, like, romance is nice, but the thing is that, like, you can already have a network. If you already have friends, if you already have family, don't take that for granted. Don't be like, oh, well, I'm miserable because I don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm like, you got other relationships. You can have fun with that and feel intimacy with that too. But yeah. But and I think really the biggest thing I would say is don't have any expectations. Like, the best things you love, such as like pets, like, they're lovable simply because they don't demand anything. They just exist. Like, things like this world just simply exists. It's not demanding anything. I didn't have to pay anything to be here. It didn't have to basically, like, this world did not ask to be in my life. This world did not have to force itself to be in my life. I picked this. I saw pictures of this. I saw, like, it just went across my feed one time, and I fell in love with it because it just existed. It never demanded. And that's the thing, like, think about the crushes that you have. These are people that never demanded anything from you. I don't know why I had that on, but yeah. Yeah, and then other things I want to talk about. I mean, I think, yeah, be yourself. But I think when I'm talking about be yourself is, like, just make your self-interest the premise of everything. Like, it's okay to be selfish, but also, hold up. Okay, now I'm a little bald. But yeah, it's okay to be selfish sometimes, but I think once you know how to basically let go of things that are very inconvenient, then you can be able to, like, do what you want. There's something that a guy that I really admire, Gaber Mate, Mate, or I think it's Gaber Mate. I must have mispronounced it, but he said, like, in order to heal yourself, in order to heal your trauma, you have to be authentic. You have to be your authentic self. Because a lot of our pain and a lot of, like, the things that make us stressful is based on ideas that are just simply given to us. We're just told, oh, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. And, like, you come to find out it's kind of just silly. Like, it doesn't really help you at all. And that's the thing, is that, like, again, like, if you want to be your most authentic self, you put your self-interest as the premise of everything. Like, like, if you want to, like, I'm not gonna get Christian on y'all, but let me just, take something from the Bible. Like, if Jesus says, feed people, okay, like, if you want, be selfish with that. Be selfish with that advice. And what I mean is that actually go test it out yourself. And if it makes you feel good, then, like, yeah, like, this is good advice because it does actually fulfill your own self-interest. If it feels good, it feels good. If you actually, like, if it makes things more helpful for you, if it makes things more easier for you, if you establish, better relationships or better relationships and communication with people by, doing what the scripture says of, like, feeding people, then, like, yeah, go do it, test it, challenge it, see how, like, it interests you. Because that's how you're going to separate the wheat from the tares. Like, when, Christians say, oh, like, you shouldn't, when people are saying, oh, like, well, you should believe that, like, the only true church is the Christian church or my church, that doesn't really do anything for me. Like, okay, I challenge that. Like, how does this basically, like, fix anything for me? How does this make me feel any better? It doesn't. It's a bit of a, like, a bit of a redundant thing in my opinion. I'd rather just focus on like, what are you actually asking me to do? But this is a good example of how you would find authenticity. I mean, you see here, I'm not trying to refute everything. Like, I'm mainly, like, when I'm having a discussion about these things, I'm putting my self-interest at the premise, and I can be more practical with it. Like, if Jesus says, be the Good Samaritan, it's up to me whether I want to be the Good Samaritan, but most likely you will find myself being a Good Samaritan just simply because it feels good. I like it. It actually benefits my interests. So don't blame people, like, if they don't give into Christianity, or if they don't give into your religion, or they don't agree with all scripture, or agree with all the laws and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, it's just not going to help them out in the long run. It just isn't. And so the stuff that they pick that actually does help them out in the long run, that is actually compassionate, that's the stuff that's actually going to help them out. Like, I think a good example is, like, adultery. Like, sure, like, Christians or Jesus says, adultery is a sin. But the thing is that, like, I don't really agree with this just simply because it is, because it, like, locks me out of heaven. I agree with it because it can limit you. It could actually get in the way. Because the thing is that, like, let's just say you need, like, $200 extra dollars to pay rent, but you just spent that extra $200 on a prostitute. That's a problem. And that's kind of where I think, adultery can be problematic. Because essentially, you're not actually serving yourself, you're prescribing yourself to lust. You're prescribing yourself to the ideas or wants or, like, thoughts of something else. So that's the thing, is that, like, I wouldn't really, like, I'm not even gonna say adultery is a sin. I'm just gonna say adultery can betray you. So, I'm not gonna judge you if you do it, but, like, don't get upset with me if, you need to pay for something, if you want to help someone out and you don't have enough money because you just spent, like, $500 on, like, gambling, or on OnlyFans, or, like, on, like, a bunch of cigarettes or alcohol, whatever. That's where, like, those addictions and things can actually get in the way. So this is, like, an agreement that I have, but yeah, I didn't mean to get into Christianity or anything like that. I'm about salvaging the good parts and everything. As I said, separate the wheat from the tares. People say, oh, well, that's cherry picking. The Bible is a cherry pick. The Bible's not a book, it's a collection. Buddy, it's a collection. It is just simply a library of books that were literally cherry picked to be a part of the collection. If there is such thing as objective morality or objective truth, well, it's not going to be served to you on a silver platter. Whatever is served to you on a silver platter is not going to be objective. So you need to go find out the objective truth and morality yourself. What do I think the objective truth is, or the objective morality is? I think the objective morality is one that respects the autonomy of everyone. Because I think the main reason why we have chaos and no peace is because we don't respect people's autonomy. We don't respect people's, like, decisions to, make the life that they want to do. Like, I think people should have the autonomy or right to basically eat, sleep, have fun, play, etc. And, like, the things that, like, we consider immoral are interferences with autonomy. So when you basically want to, like, assault someone and for not, and not ask them for consent, like, that's an interference in someone else's autonomy, because, you're assaulting someone against their consent. And so, like, they're not having fun, and, like, what you're making your decisions at is at the expense of someone else's autonomy, and then like we get this beef going on. We get this like chaos going on, and everything is very problematic. So as long as you're not wanting things or being interested in things that are at the expense of other people, then you basically be independent. You wouldn't be dependent on those people for those things, and you wouldn't have people resist against you. Though to be frank, even though I say we're independent, we do need to realize that like we aren't interdependent, because our independence is a gift on the collective. Our individualism is a gift from the collective, because you would not be here today without your parents. You would not be here today without any caretaker, your parents. They collectively took care of you, and now you are on your own, and now you can go on your own and make your own decisions and make your own life and enjoy your life individually. Always help other people out, and always give thanks to those that help you out, simply because you wouldn't be here without them. And that's the thing, we have to help other people out, or like, it's not all the time, like it should be voluntary. Help it out whenever it's voluntary. But if we help other people out, guess what? Those people mind their own businesses. Mind their own business. And we help people become independent, and not by just simply giving them like vague advice like be confident in yourself, go get a job. Like when we actually give people resources and do our part to give their resources and give those tangible opportunities, such as like giving people food to help them continue in their existence, or giving them, resources and stuff to do that. Those people will become independent, and they will no longer mind our business. They will no longer interfere with our autonomy. But yeah, I'm not really looking for a debate. Like, this is my opinion, but like, this is what I've thought of so far. See if I can start jumping. Okay. Oh, nope. Alright. Let's go up these stairs. What if I just run around and talk? No, I don't think y'all would like that. I mean, if you do like that. Oh, this is a nice view. Yeah. Here you go. Oh. Where did my flower go? There you go. I gotta change the anchor on this. But yeah. Come on. There we go. Here you go, have it. Beans. Beans. The camera is always sideways for me. I can never get it to face my face. But yeah. That's such a nice view. I might go to Santorini, Greece. Who knows? I might. I can't swim. Swim. Okay. No one's here. Go down here. We got the hot tub. Is there water in the hot tub? Yeah, there's some water in the hot tub. even though I did overtime today, but it's fine. I enjoy the walk. I always enjoy the walk. Walking's good. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a lot of healthy habits, but that's one of my favorite healthy habits, is a lot of walking. It is a bit of a privilege though, like, I am basically like a tall dude, so people don't want to bother me. But yeah. I think that's the thing, is that, like, I mean, I said a lot of things today. I don't know what other helpful things y'all would like to hear. I think that's what I want to do. I want to go back on the roof. What was I talking about? I think I was talking about dating and stuff like that because, like, I'm a cat in a tuxedo. Yeah. Okay. Back up a bit. Yeah. Yeah, like, there's nothing on my mind. I think I said everything that's pretty good. Like, I don't expect this to blow up or anything like that. Oh, that's another big thing I need to talk about. Has it been 28 minutes? I think I need to wrap this up. Like, I think 28 minutes is pretty good. That's a really long video. But yeah. I hope you have a good day. You know, there's other creators out there that have a lot of fun stuff, but like, if you watch this to the end, thank you so much for listening to me. Yeah, but I'm not yapping cat ball, the flower. I like spirituality and wisdom and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you for listening. Have a good day. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the Doritos bite. Alright. Like and subscribe if you want to. I don't know. I don't really care. Have a good day. I can't get this to end.